Let's start polynomials. So we have polynomials for class 9. First, let's understand what is polynomials, right? Polynomials, the term means, poly means many, right? Poly means many, nomials means terms. So what are we implying here? We have many terms, correct? So poly means many, nomials mean terms. So in Greek form, nomial means terms and poly means many. So we have seen the word poly before as well, right? Polygon, correct? So polygon was like many-sided figure, right? So the same logic, poly means many. So we are talking about many terms, and what makes things a polynomial, we'll see, okay? So before understanding polynomials, we need to recollect what we have learned in algebraic expressions. So any algebraic expression can be written like this. For example, 5x minus 3. What is 5? 5 is the coefficient. The coefficient is the number along with the variable. Beside the variable, the number along with the variable is called the coefficient, right? What is a variable? X, Y, A, B, C, all the alphabets, right? In which the value is unknown, it's called a variable. So we have X as a variable. We have a constant 3. There is no variable here, so we call it as a constant, okay? So it's called a constant. So is it 3 or minus 3? It is minus 3, right? We take the sign as well. So how many terms are here? There are two terms. 5x is one term, minus 3 is the next term, right? So this is all about algebraic expression. When does it become an equation? When we put equal to 0, it'll become, or equal to something, we'll get an equation. So this becomes an algebraic equation. So we understood when it becomes an equation. So let's try to understand what happens when an exponent comes. The exponent can be an integer, the exponent can be a fraction, let's say 5x raised to 2 by 3, right? Plus x raised to 5 plus 3, all of these. So how many terms are there? There are 3 terms here, right? That's the only difference. So what else is there? We have an exponent. Exponent is what? Exponent is 2 raised to 3, right? The exponent here is 5 and so on. So this is an algebraic expression where the exponent can be a rational. What makes it a polynomial? Polynomial is very specific. For polynomials, the exponent should be a whole number. What is a whole number here? Like 0, 1, 2, 3. These are whole numbers, correct? So the exponent should be a whole number for in the cases of a polynomial, okay? So if I have x raised to 1 by 2, is this a polynomial? No, it is not a polynomial. If I have x raised to minus 3, is this a polynomial? No, it's not a polynomial. The exponent should be a whole number like 0, 1, 2, 3, then only it is a polynomial, okay? And the number of terms we should be able to count. That is the logic. So what is a polynomial? A polynomial is an algebraic expression in which the exponent on any variable is a whole number. Polynomial has finite terms. What do we mean by finite terms? That means we have to be able to count the number of terms, right? Count the terms. So if you are able to count the terms, then only it will become a polynomial. So the exponent should be a whole number, right? How many terms are here? There are 3 terms, right? So what is the coefficient of 5x square? 5. What is the coefficient of y? It is 2. What is the exponent here of x? X exponent is 2. What is the exponent of y? It is 1. So 1 and 2, those are whole numbers. So as long as they are whole numbers, then only it'll become a polynomial. Minus 7 is what? A constant. So any doubts you guys have, you can always post it in the discussion, okay? All right. Now, degree of a polynomial. What is a polynomial degree? For a polynomial in one variable, the highest exponent on the variable in a polynomial is the degree of the polynomial. The highest exponent means what? For example, we have x squared plus 2x plus 3, right? X has 1 and x has 2. So the highest exponent is what? It is 2. The highest exponent is 2, or the highest power, right? Highest power is 2. So 2 is the degree of the polynomial. For example, the next example we have, consider another example, the degree of the polynomial x raised to 8 plus 2x raised to 4 minus 3x raised to 3 plus 9. So there are different values, right? We have 8, 4 and 3 as the exponents. What is the greatest power of x? The greatest power is 8, right? So the 8 is what? 8 is the degree of the polynomial. So we understood what is called the degree of the polynomial, right? Okay, then what is the standard form? So whenever you're writing a polynomial, always write from highest exponent to lowest exponent. For example, we have 8x squared, 3x cubed plus 5x plus 9. What is the degree here? The degree here is 3, right? So I have to write 3 first, right? The degree here is 3, correct? So I have to write 3x cube because that cube is there, right? So the degree is 3. So if the degree is 3, you have to write from 3 being the first, right? 3x cube, that cube part being the first. Then comes what? 8x squared. Then comes what? Minus 5x. Then comes what? Plus 9. So it should be written in the order of the exponent from highest to lowest. It's very important. Now we have types of polynomials. Polynomials can be divided into different types based on the number of terms as well as the degree. So based on the number of terms, what are the different type of polynomials? We have monomial, we have binomial, we have trinomial. Okay, these are the 3 types of polynomial based on the number of terms. Monomial means what? There is only one term. For example, 2x square or for 6x or 9xy individually, right? They are just one term. If you have only one term like 5x, these are monomial. When does it become a binomial? Two unlike terms, a polynomial with two unlike terms. What is the idea of an unlike term? What is a like term? 5x and minus 2x. These are like terms. Why? The x is same, correct? X raised to 1 in both, right? So 5 minus 2 will become 3x. So this becomes what? It becomes a monomial. There is only one term now. So like terms can be simplified. So it has to be unlike terms. Like terms can be simplified and we'll get a monomial or a binomial. So you should make sure it should only be unlike terms. Then when there is only two unlike terms, then it is called a binomial. So 4x squared plus x is what? A binomial. Bi means 2, okay? 5x plus 4, it is a binomial. Can we simplify it? No. For example, 3x plus 5x, is it a monomial? Yes. Why? Because when we have 3x and 5x, we add them. These are like terms. Like terms get simplified. So you'll get 8x. 8x is what? A monomial. So be very careful. You have to say a polynomial with two unlike terms are called binomial. What is a trinomial? Tri means 3. So 3 unlike terms, right? So x cube plus 3x plus 4 or 2x plus 5x square plus 3, okay? These are trinomials, okay? But what if it was 2x plus 5x plus 3? Then it becomes 7x plus 3. It becomes a binomial. So you have to be very careful. For example, instead of 2x, I have 2x square, right? So 2x square plus 5x square, that will become 7x square plus 3. What is this? This is a binomial, not a trinomial. So you have to be very careful, all right? So yes, let's try to understand further. Now, what about based on the degree? If the degree is 1, it's called a linear polynomial. What does the term linear mean? It means a straight line, right? Linear means straight line because in the graph, it forms a straight line, okay? In the graph, it forms a straight line, so it's called a linear polynomial. 2x plus 1, it's a linear polynomial. When the degree is 1, it's a linear polynomial, right? This is how the graph is. And that is the standard form. Y is equal to ax plus b, okay? This is the standard form. Now, what about the next one? We have quadratic polynomial. What is a quadratic polynomial? A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic. So 3x squared plus 8x plus 5 is a quadratic polynomial. What is the shape on the graph? The shape on the graph is like a U or a parabola or an inverted U. It can be like this U or an inverted U. It's called a parabola. And what is the general form? Y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c is the standard form. Okay, a, b can have numbers, x squared and x, right? These variables should be there. That is the logic. And there will be a constant. Constant can be 0 also, no problem, right? But this is the standard form, okay? Now, what about the next? We have a polynomial of degree 3. It's called a cubic polynomial. As you can see, the highest power is 3. So it's a cubic polynomial. 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 9x plus 15. So what is the general form? ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, right? Here a cannot be 0, right? Why? If a becomes 0, what happens? Everything becomes 0, right? So understand ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, where a, b, c and d are real numbers and a cannot be 0, right? Why a can't be 0? Because then it won't be a cubic polynomial. It'll become 0, right? If a becomes 0, 0 into x cube will go. That is the logic, okay? So that is how the standard form is y is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Now, what is the formation? It's a function and this is how the line will be like as you can see in the graph. This is how the structure will be, okay? We'll discuss the next topic in the next video.